You want to say hello to everybody?
Say hello.
What is up, everyone? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to talk about what's down there and if I want to do anything to down there in the future. Basically, we're going to be talking about bottom surgery today. This video might need like a small content warning, not really a trigger warning, but just, a content warning. We are going to be talking about like genitalia and stuff like that. So if you think that might trigger some dysphoria for you, or if you just think that it's going to make you feel a little bit icky, you don't have to watch this video. Obviously, I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty details in this video. This is just more of like a personal opinion type video on whether or not I think bottom surgery is worth it and whether or not I'm going to get bottom surgery. But like I said, we're just going to talk about some sensitive stuff. So if that's not really your style, you can go watch a different video on my channel. Or subscribe to my channel so that you can wait and see next week's video. So for those of you who are new here, hello, my name is Dakota. I am transgender, female to male. It means I was assigned female at birth and I transitioned to male. I have had top surgery already, which was the removal of my breast tissue and things like that. So yeah, I don't have titties anymore, but top surgery is just one of the many gender reassignment or gender confirming surgeries that you can get. Personally, for trans masculine people, I believe like the top 3 surgeries that we usually go through is top surgery, obviously a hysterectomy, which is the removal of your female reproductive organs and things like that. And then lastly, the one that we're going to talk about in this video today is bottom surgery. So bottom surgery, it has typically 2 main types of bottom surgery. There's phalloplasty and metoidioplasty. So basically, phalloplasty is where they create a phallus from a donor site. They take skin from, usually I believe it's your forearm and your thigh, and I've also seen some people do it from their back, like where their lats are on their back. They take some skin grafts from there and they construct a phallus from those areas. Metoidioplasty is just where they take your bottom growth that you've gained from taking testosterone and they turn that into your phallus. There are also some sub-surgeries that you can choose whether you go through them or not when it comes to bottom surgery, both for phalloplasty and for metoidioplasty. These include like a urethroplasty, where they lengthen your urethra so you can actually pee out of your newly constructed dick. The vaginectomy, so if you want to, you can get rid of your vagina altogether. They stitch it up for you. And a scrotoplasty, where they create a scrotum out of your labia and they do some testicular implants. Lastly, one that's not always done and it's kind of new to the scene, I believe, is a penile implant, which is basically an implant that allows you to get hard and to maintain an erection, and that's mainly used for sex, obviously. That's to the best of my knowledge, the best of my understanding. So I'm gonna kind of go through each reason as to why I don't want bottom surgery and give you guys some reasoning behind my choice. So for the first reason, I don't have a lot of bottom dysphoria. Ever since I started transitioning, I always experienced way more top, chest dysphoria than I did bottom dysphoria, and I had a lot of dysphoria for how my body was shaped. I felt like I still had a lot of curves. I didn't have a lot of muscle built up. I was very slim. I didn't have broad shoulders, anything like that. My goal was get fit in the gym and get top surgery. So once I accomplished that goal, my body dysphoria basically it didn't go away. I still have bad days where I don't want to get out of bed, I don't want to get naked, I don't want to see myself in the mirror, I don't want to shower. I still have days like that, but it is significantly less now than it was prior to me getting top surgery. And I personally just don't feel like I have enough bottom dysphoria to really consider getting bottom surgery. It's really only triggered by certain situations. So yeah, I understand that everybody's level of dysphoria is different, and some people might have crippling bottom dysphoria, whereas others might be like me, where they have little to no bottom dysphoria. But for me personally, my dysphoria centers more around how people perceive me. Even though I've been on testosterone for over 4 years, I still have that anxiety of oh my god, do I pass? Oh my god, do people think, do they look at me and think, boy, that's where the majority of my energy goes when it comes to dysphoria. I don't really focus on my bottom dysphoria, mainly because nobody sees that unless they pay for it, A, or unless I'm sleeping with them. I would rather be completely 1000% sure that I want it and need it before I just throw myself onto some surgeon's table. Reason number 2 that I'm not sure I want bottom surgery is because it's expensive as fuck. I'm not sure if this cost varies whether you pay for each procedure one by one, or if you just pay all at once and then you just go back for each procedure. But from what I have learned, bottom surgery, specifically phalloplasty, can cost anywhere from between $20,000 all the way up to $150,000 American dollars for phalloplasty. All of that stuff, you have to go back over and over again to your surgeon to get another surgery and then recover again and then go back for another surgery and then recover again. And I just don't think mentally I would be able to handle all of that. There's so much money and time that I would have to put into the process and the recovery process, and I just personally don't think that I could handle that mentally or physically. So more props to you if you've gone through it, if you've done it, or if you're thinking of doing it, but I just personally don't think I could handle that. I just don't think it would be beneficial for me personally, since I don't feel a lot of bottom dysphoria. Again, going back to my first point, I just don't think it would be worth it for me to throw all that time and money at a surgeon and be like, here, do this, and then at the end I'm unhappy with the results. You know what I mean? To finish up my last point, and this might be a controversial opinion, this might be like something that I shouldn't say, this might be like a hot take or whatever. The results are just not something that I think I would like to see on my own body. This is not dissing any surgeon and their work or any trans person who's gotten these types of surgeries and their results. I'm really not hating on anybody. I just personally feel like I would rather have what I have now and use like a toy or something like that for sex, or buy like a soft packer for daily use. Like, to me, it's just not something that I think is necessary for my body. Anyways, yeah, those are the 3 main reasons why I don't really think that bottom surgery is for me personally. If you have any questions, I would be more than happy to point you in the direction of some people who have actually had bottom surgery in the past. I do know of one person who had a metoidioplasty who talks openly about his process on his YouTube. I will link that in the description. And I do know of another guy who got phalloplasty and is very open on his YouTube about that whole process, and he even has a website where he shows like his finalized results. So again, I will link both of those in the description. My opinion may change in the future, but this is just how I feel right now. In the place that I am in my life right now, I just don't think that it's in the cards for me, which is totally fine. And again, it's totally fine if you want to go through with all of that. I'll do my best to also link in the description of this video some other resource websites that you might be able to use in order to kind of get like a better understanding of the general cost, recovery periods, surgeons, surgery types, etc. for bottom surgery. I will link some of those in the description as well. That way you can kind of get just a better understanding of, you know, the whole process, and you can kind of decide for yourself, if you're on the fence like me, whether or not you want to go through with bottom surgery. But yeah, if you have any more questions, comments, or concerns about this topic or my feelings, please leave them in the comments down below. I'm more than happy to answer any questions or like have a discussion or anything like that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and do so. It's free, it takes 5 seconds, it means nothing to you, but it means the world to me. Thank you guys so much, and I will see y'all in the next video.